Hello everyone, this is Genesis. I'm coming back to you with a very long video of me just coding. I decided that I'm also going to be releasing just some videos of me just straight up coding. Some of you find it interesting, which I think is crazy, but we're going to go ahead and continue that. This is going to be a very long video. I was thinking of breaking up into like little segments, 30-minute clips, but I figured screw it, just upload it as one big video and YouTube can suck it. So I haven't actually worked on Dissension for a very long time due to the holidays and me working a lot, but I'm now back to it. And I mean, I've done a little bit here and there, and you're gonna go and see I'm redoing the leveling system. This leveling system here is a very old system from a very old game mode that I made, and I'm redoing the leveling system completely and entirely to make it more modular, more flexible, and easier to modify. That way, if you know, it's easy for people to create their own functions for it, do their own things, disable it, whatever. As long as it's modular, it makes it really easy for players to disable and enable things without it breaking other things. So I guess I'll start off just by quickly explaining where I'm at with it right now and then where we're going to be going. Okay, so I think this video will probably take, I'll probably spend an hour to maybe 2 hours working on this. Forcing myself to work on it. This is not the most fun part for me. I want to get back to working on the commander AI. That's what I really enjoy, and making the game really creative, a lot more fun. This is kind of leveling system. I think more is I could take it or leave it. I feel like it's almost needed in a lot of games nowadays, but I want to make sure I give it the love that it deserves. So it's not just there. I want it to actually fulfill a fun purpose, or I want to use it in the game. Okay, but I have it not be too meaningful in terms of like locking down equipment and gear and stuff. So you've probably been looking at all these random numbers, and I'll full screen this, so it's actually, I'll just make this a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. But we have all these numbers here. As you can kind of see, I'm trying to comment as much as possible that we're going to have, you know, the levels here. This first number, this giant array, I should say, are all the levels that you can reach. So it goes all the way to level 101. Of course, level 101, and we'll talk about that in a moment, is a ridiculous amount of experience. And then you have these numbers in the second here. In the second list in this array are all the experience points that are required to make the levels. So the way this works is it goes up by 1.1% each time. I think it's just 1.1%. So early on, you'll be leveling up pretty quickly. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, you're leveling up pretty quickly. And then, of course, as you know, you'd expect the leveling system as it goes on, so you're requiring more and more XP to keep going on. I want this to take a long time to get to level 100. And then when you reach level 100, there's one final level you can get to, which is 101, which is a total amount of 10 million XP. And then there's nothing after that. Okay. So then after that, you have this another array. These are all your abilities array. The first number in here is how many AI units you can recruit. And so actually tie that right into the levels is the more higher level you get, the more you can have at once, up to 10 maximum when you reach level 93 finally. Okay, it goes every 10 levels you get another little AI you could recruit. This solves a lot of problems. Solves a lot of people just joining servers and recruiting a whole bunch of AI. You have to have the levels for it, and getting up here is going to be very difficult. This will still be limited by the server. Servers will be able to come in here and limit this regardless anyway, but you know, just by default they don't touch settings. This will prevent it from getting out of hand. And the next thing you can see here, right around level 15, I chose that you get this thing called an ammo drop, which I haven't even coded this yet, so we'll be coding that. Then we'll drop this one is just going to be a personal one. It's just whatever magazines you have on you at the time. I don't want it to be too strong. It's not like a huge group thing. Maybe I'll have one later that you can do that. You can call in and request ammo. But all these abilities are not just be cooldowns. They're going to cost you money. Everything is going to cost you money. I want this game. I want to have a lot of options in this game, a lot of ways for you to spend your money, and so you have to make wise decisions on where and how and when you spend your money. Okay, so I want to encourage people to stay alive longer, so they actually don't have to keep repurchasing their gear. That's how I want to encourage people to be playing smart without hard punishing, if that makes sense. Okay, so the first thing we do, this is the rank init here, which gets executed. Do I not have, oh, let me open up let me get this over here. Let me open up the init file here. So this is going to get executed. Well, I'm going to have to change a lot of. There's a lot of things I'm going to go through and change. Let's go up here. I'm going to try to figure out where it gets executed. So here's all this getting compiled. We actually don't need any of this anymore. I'm doing it differently. Now I'm more optimized, so get rid of that. Here we go. So player does rank init. This is going to be changed. So this gets executed in the init to SQL for players. And we're going to change right now. It's this one, which is the old one. We're changing it to this one. So I'm using the old ones to go off as a base. So a lot of the code I will still be using, but I'm making it much more modular, a lot more optimized. I'm not tracking as many stats and things anymore because it's just too much to track, and it's not consistent enough. So we got the levels that get defined. What I'm tracking now is going to be of course, your cash, your experience, how long you've played, your kill count. That's easier to track. You know, it's not always accurate because it depends on how you kill the units, right? Your shots fired and the amount of deaths you've had. Just simple as that. Okay. So what I've been working on is I just got this killed event handler done. So does func level killed. So what does this do? Right here is where it's at right now. It simply does when you kill someone, and also supports ACE, because ACE is its own way to figure who killed who. It either gives you money for it and everyone around you money. Let me make sure how I did that. Yep. So it gives you money, gives everyone around you money. Okay. So where I got so far with this is I have it so if you do friendly fire, of course it exits and actually takes money away from you. Okay. And this function, right, this little bit of code right here gives everyone around the player doing the killing money. And now I need to change it so actually I'll make this 25. Now we need to change it so you just get money for doing the killing as well. So that's one thing we need to set up. And I'm kind of just checking this is it'll tell you if you were killed by someone. We'll take cash away. And what's the XP? So I'm trying to see, making sure this is all optimized. There's going to be a lot where I'm just going to stop talking because I am trying to focus. Which happens. Okay. So first it'll do is give you money to everyone around you, and then what we need to do after that is give the killer money for making the kill. So we're going to copy this. And earlier, oh, did I not copy that? Okay. I need to fix that. Okay, so progression kill. I'm going to look at the progression kill, which is the old one, which in here somewhere, looking at the old one, I had it set up where, yeah, here we are. The text color would change depending on the side. So if on the side, it would change the color of the text. So we're going to go ahead and incorporate that. And we're actually going to be putting it way up here at the top because I just wanted to activate early. Okay, and this is right here where it'll count or add a death to the killed player. Okay. Cool. And what we want to do is right here as well. To change the text color depending on the side of the unit. So we have this thing called killed side, which, well, it's actually, we can move this down a little bit right there. Let's fix that. Which pulls the side of the killed unit. Alright, so we want it to be the color of the unit you killed, so that way you can kind of identify what team they're on. Okay, so it takes the killed side, and of course if it's east, change it to this, west that, resistance that, defaults that. Okay, so that will immediately change the text color to what we need it to be. Okay. Outside of certain events, of course, like these. So these ones right here, I need to make these private variables. Private variable. Private variable. Let's private these variables. Privating these variables is, well, I won't spend the time explaining it because I'll admit I don't fully understand exactly like how to explain it. But essentially, just makes them local. Like privating these variables in here makes them local to only this statement here. They won't go outside of it. They won't mess with other things. It's a much more optimized way to handle things as well. That's why we do that all the time. You see this private thing everywhere. Whenever I defined a variable I don't want to continue on somewhere, I redefine it. Let's completely redefine it. This is wrong. Okay. You don't want to have that right there. Alright, so if you're friendly fire, you lose $150, which is pretty hefty. Okay. Every time you get a kill, you're going to get $50. Okay, the XP gained is going to be, we're going to do 10. The text color should be defined from above, so we can get rid of that. Because remember, up here we define the text color again. So we define it as nothing first, which we should just define as the default, which is fine. And then down here, the text color that you can see I put right here, which is a long string. Tells you how much cash you're making. So tell us how much cash we got. Okay, so this message is telling us plus the XP plus the cash. Okay, but you see, it doesn't tell us who we killed. So one thing we need to do is go back to here. And see where it says you killed here. Now we need to grab this. And I'm just going to copy the whole thing and edit as I need. Okay, I'm make sure this isn't already in here. No. So I'm going to figure out a way to combine both of these because I actually have two messages that go off, it looks like here. That one of them is entirely, one's for the cash and XP. And one of them is for the message saying you killed who, so and so. So we'll need to disable serialization once here. Random number. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. See, I gotta make sure these play together. So this should be round number plus 1, I believe. Yeah. And I would not do what I do here. I just want to get it to work at this point. So I don't need to redefine this. It's already defined up here. Cool. There. That's what I wanted. So then it'll stay on your screen for like roughly 10 seconds and it'll start to fade out. So to pull a random number, the random number just calls in the resource. I think I just do -1 or something like that. I don't know why I do this. Let me actually look that up really quick. I had a reason at the time, but then I probably just forgot. So let's look at cut resource. Cut resource is what I use to spawn in the text on the screen. Oh, what is this? These are named layers. Layer number on the effect is shown. 0 is black. Oh, 0 is a backmost, right? Okay. There's a layer name? What? Name of allocated layer. Look at that. I didn't know you could do that. So you can actually use text to name a layer. So the reason why I did the random number, now that I remember, is because I think if you have the same name, say if you kill multiple people and want all the text to show up on your screen, it just feels good when you see a big blotch of text on your screen. Not overwhelmingly so, but in the corner saying, hey, look all this money you just made. It's a very nice feeling. It's a very nice feeling. So I'm going to keep that for now. And so this will, when you kill someone, it displays this text. This is all just for the text. Here it gives you the cache for it. And the XP gained, which is 10 here. So I need to take a look at the XP gained, how I did that here. How did I handle the XP gain? I'll see set experience here. See, it'd be this experience here. So what I went away from is a lot of set variables. I just said I don't need to do that. So if you see the rank event experience is now simply just this dis_experience. So what I can do is come over here and just do dis_experience equals dis_experience plus XP gained. Which is just always going to be 10 right now. I could do the same for the money. The money should be changed. You know, I will probably go in here and change this so this gets more complex. Right now, what I have done is, see, this function is now with comments, 190 lines. This one right here is, well, let's get rid of the space, 250. So I cut it down quite significantly by some lines, so that it should be more optimized. And this should be the killed event handler. So now what we need to do is go through and fix everywhere that I add this to AI units, the progression killed. So like if I do search for files, this progression killed, and I search in all the files, I want to see how many hits we get. So I got to fix this. Like I'm going to do a mask, you know, copy and paste kind of thing. So this right here needs to change. So is add event handler killed, yada yada yada. I need to replace that with level killed. Whoops, let's do it correctly. Like that. Now I can hit replace all. Whoops. Go here, replace in files. I hit OK. 40 occurrences replaced. So just to see if it worked, I'm going to click on this. I can tell that it's now changed from this progression kill to this. Cool, almost done. Well, let's say we're one step closer. Okay. So we can get rid of this. And we're kind of at that point where I can't even load up and test it right now without getting a bunch of errors. Because I need to change. I still have quite a ways to go to change a lot of things. Okay, so we just got, I think, which I feel like is a more complicated one, the killed event handler setup, which gives you experience levels and communicates it to players around you. Now I have this one called Fired Man, that the players, well, only the players get. And this simply just counts how many shots you do. I don't know why I'm tracking this. It really doesn't matter, but you know, sometimes it's cool to just have these stats. Like, hey, I fired 10 million fucking rounds and I probably missed over half of them. That's cool stuff. And it's too difficult to track if you missed rounds, so I just haven't even bothered with that. So we're going to go ahead and essentially what we're always going to do is take a look at the old way we did it. So if we look at shots fired in the old way, look how simple that is. It's just right there. I probably don't even need to create an entire function for that. What I can probably just do, I want to make sure I do this right. Actually, I just literally take this and just put it in here. I don't need to get an entire function for that. Alright, let's make sure I'm not crazy here. Let's see. I'm going to go to event handlers. There's a better way to do this. Oops. Add. There you are. Okay. I just saw a command that I was interested in. What is this? Add force? Add force. Apply force on roll space not factoring. What is it? Okay, we need to play with this. That. What? I wonder if I can use that to knock people down. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do add event. We're gonna mess with that command because now I'm interested. Alright, then event handler list. Event handlers, I want to make sure fired me. I want to see what this returns. That was quite a bit. Doesn't matter if I'm a vehicle weapon either, which is good. Okay. I'm just kind of learning a little bit more. See, here's an example. You just execute code in there. That's what it quotes. So this should work. I don't see why not. Unless, you know, I might be completely forgetting something. There's no need to have it be a whole, like define it as a function in this file right here. Like we have to do for everything else. There's no need. So this is hit part 1. I don't even know if we need this, so we're gonna go ahead and I think what I did is you hit someone, you get some money for it, but I don't think that's necessary anymore. I think it's just code that's kind of, yeah, I don't think it's, I was trying to track hitting someone on the head and all that, and I don't think this is necessary. I think it's just too much code. Every time you hit something, if you multiple people, it's just too much code executing at once. I don't think it's valuable. So right now, I'm actually just going to get rid of it. Okay, I'm going to have hit damage, which might be the same boat. So we're going to take a look at that. This is tracking how many shots you hit, how much damage you dealt. This is very inconsistent. This is how much damage you received even. This is very inconsistent, especially with the new revive system that I implemented. We're just going to go and get rid of that as well. So therefore we have now very simplified it. So I'm tracking as experience, player duration, kill count, shots fired. So that's one thing we didn't do. If I go back to the level killed, we didn't do kill counter. So we'll do kill count equals kill count plus 1. Every time you kill someone, you get, you know, an additional kill. Cool. And shots fired, which we're already tracking, and deaths, we were tracking that as well. So now we have these. We need to do, this little part down here needs to be redone. This is the rank loop. So how do we know when you're leveling up, kind of thing? I'm thinking a better way to handle this. Yeah, I'm thinking a better way to handle this, and I'm trying to think while I'm saying this. I was trying to think, I don't want it to have a, right now it's a constant loop. It'll go over and over and over and over again every 30 seconds. I'm trying to think if it's better to have it as a loop so I can be more flexible, or if I need to have a function execute every time you make a kill. But then again, if you make like 20 kills at once, like in a vehicle or something, it's going to execute that many times, that could cause problems. You know, I'm going to keep it a loop. I usually don't like to use loops if I don't have to, because they're not, they can cause a lot of problems. There's a lot of, let's just do a loop. Let's do another loop. So I'm going to use, well, maybe not. I am going to make it into a function here. Just cause it's just I want to keep consistent with it. So this is going to be called the, I'll just keep it consistent, the rank loop here. Okay, we call rank loop. And so that means if you get to the actual new one, which is under functions, rank system, function _ rank loop to SQF. We can open this up, and now we have a blank space to work with. This is the best feeling in the world. Blank canvas here, function. Okay, that will constantly monitor the player's experience and set levels. Okay. So I'm going to do a couple things with this is where I want it to also levels giving you additional money every time you level up as well, which I think would be very nice. So we're just going to take a brief look, just to reorient myself what I'm doing here. So I'm going to grab this. I'd rather have this up, I should say, so I can reference it constantly. And we're going to have this rank loop, and here's the old one, which I'm not as interested in. This is not to optimize, there's a lot of get variables. It's kind of a huge mess. That's really just a mess. So what we're going to do is I'll reference some of this here, like display sound, promotion whenever you get promoted. That happens, plays the sound. But we're just going to go ahead and redo it from scratch here. So we have your ranks here. Okay, so every 30 seconds I want it to go through for each these ranks. Okay, so I'm going to pull one of these as just an example. So for each one, so technically X is going to equal whatever that level is. It's going to go through, when you're doing a for each command, it's going to go through each one of these until you tell it to stop, or it just goes through whatever. There's a lot there, so what I want to do is I want to track the player's current experience, which if you remember, your experience is dis_experience, right? So, and this will be set like when you load and save. So that's one next step we're going to do is the saving and loading. When you save and load, I want to pull these variables correctly. This kind of does it. This kind of loads it up in the beginning. If it has the information, it'll pull it up. I'm double checking this. Yeah, she'll pull it up. So the experience is whatever you have. So remember the second. So we have, this is the 0 in the array, 1 in the array. This is 2 in the array. So 0 is the level, 1 is the experience. So if the player experience let's see, how are we going to do this? So what we need to do is this is going to tell how you level up. But if your player experience is greater than the second number, then obviously you're over this one. I think I have an idea how I'm going to do this. So what I was thinking is, what I want to do is I was simply going to do this. I'll just show you. If the experience is greater than, and we'll do this, like private XP equals X select 1. Because X would technically be like something like this, right? And 1, 0, 1 would be the experience. So if the player's experience is greater than that, then I was going to have an exit with and execute some code. Well, the problem is if I did this, then if you have 10,000 XP, then technically you're higher than 500, so it just would quit here and set you as level 1. So I need to have a way for it to keep checking ahead until you're not higher than the experience. So maybe a better way to do it is if you have less than, if your experience is less than this, then it should exit with. So if we go 500. If you have, say, we'll do an example. You have 250 experience. So it would go, okay, now you have more than this. Okay, that's fair. And then if you go to this one and go, well, no, you don't have less than this, so it's going to exit with. Okay. So what we want it to do is, once you have less experience than the level it's looking at, I want it to go back 1, if that makes sense. And this is going to have some implications for this, so we'll get to later. There's also why this here exists, this level. So there's always, so what will happen, say, at the very end, so if someone manages to get this 10 million XP, then it will look for the next variable and there will be nothing. There'll be nothing. So it would throw an error. So there's a couple ways if you can fix this. The best way to do it would probably just be to make just a damn near impossible number to get to. Would be the cheap way to do it. So this is level 1000. It requires whatever this number is worth of XP to get, which is never going to happen unless you cheat. And if you cheat to get to that and you get errors, it's your own damn fault. Okay. Alright. So when you're doing for each, there's something to keep in mind. There is a actually I can even show you in here because they can probably explain it better than I can. When you're doing for each command, one reason why you want to use for each sometimes over count is that it has this for each index that you want to use. Okay, for each index is the current number you're on. So for example, if I want to pull the appropriate level, because you know we're always looking a level ahead, essentially what the player is, we're always trying to find the next level the player isn't, if that makes sense. So if I have 2089 XP, I'm this level, I'm 16, I'm not 17. So once the script hits level 17, it goes, hey, he's not meeting this level. I don't want it to select 17, I want it to select 16, so I want it to go backwards one. And the for each index always is tracking which one it's currently at. Okay, so for current level is going to be for each index -1, and I'm kind of just thinking of this as I go along. I might make a mistake here, and that's okay because I don't know if we'll get to testing it. I'm only going to go for maybe hour and a half, 2 hours. We'll see. Okay, so we have the current XP of the level. Let me bring this in a little bit. Okay, and we have the current XP of the player. And it's less than when that exit width. Okay, cool. Look at that. Okay. This also means the player needs to start with like 1 XP. Just so he's at least level 0. There we go. Done. Fixed. Alright. So you can see as I'm going through, I've just done this so many times, I've seen so many errors. And if you've been doing this for a while, I'm sure you know the same thing. You can kind of tell ahead what errors you're going to get, try to code around it. The really good coders, definitely not me, will be able to just see miles and miles ahead. That's something's not me. I'm always kind of thinking what next to do. Alright, so we have the current level. We know the current level is going to be this index, so we're going to have to exit that. And actually might be all that we need to do, because I don't want to do too much code within the for each, because it can get pretty hefty. So all we need to do is pull which index it is. Okay, so then from there, what we can do, see, I'm trying to think how to do this appropriately. So we need to have a way for it to understand that you're already at the same level you were before. So I'm going to add it in a new variable. That's going to be current level. Okay. And I'm actually going to add that in. Current level is going to be the select 6. Okay. I'm trying to think this through here. Man, this stuff, I'm trying to think how this is going to work ahead of time. Like how when the player joins, it's going to set his level. So when a player joins, it'll pull his level. And actually, you know what? To make this easier, it's not going to be a variable I'm going to save. When you first start, it's just going to be always 0 when you first join. You always start as level 0 when you join in, and then it'll just look at your experience and set your levels appropriate. Okay. So if your current level, and what we need to do is then pull So we need to do private. So this is going to be current level index. And then the current level array is going to be, you're going to take the level rank, select the index. And now I'm just going to add in, because I'm a little unsure that I just did that right, I'm going to add in a debug message. That's just going to spew out the level array it's selecting. Okay. So the level array, for example, what that is pulling then, if that's a little confusing, is like one of these numbers here. So like, I'll even put this in here. That would be like something like this. The current level array is going to be something like this. So now we need to pull the extra information like private new level equals current level array select 0. Okay. If your current level is not equal to your next level, then do some code. Okay. All right. And what I'm going to do is, as long as you're not just first joining, it's going to play that promotion sound to let you know that you've been promoted, which is a old sound of my friend from a long time ago. I don't think I'll ever get rid of. Okay. Then I want to set it to make sure your current level is the level that it picks. Okay. And then okay, actually, and setting a current level to that. So far what we have is every 30 seconds, it'll go through the level ranks. It'll look at the experience of each rank, look at your experience, and see which one is greater than yours, and then take that one, -1. And that will be, okay, so let's select that one. And let's see if the player's level is equal to this level. If it's not, which only the way it works is only if it's higher, then it will go ahead and play the promotion sound and reset your level to this. And XP like wouldn't do anything much else because as long as this variable is set to the current level. And I think what we need to do I'm looking at the old one to see, because this is so much more complicated and just clunky, this old one. I think that's about it, but what I need to do is I'm also going to have another variable here. It's going to be this level array. This is going to be a global variable for this. That way we can pull it as needed. Like in functions and things where you see like, okay, what abilities do you have? We can just pull this and take a look at this one right here. That's it. I think that's literally it. Look how much smaller I was able to make that over the years. Down from 82 down to 25. That looks much better. So I'm going to take this level array. When you first start as well, the level array is just going to be this one. And that's it. Just to have some default set in there. Okay, so now what we need to do is just have, and we don't even need to have play or anything. You don't need to grab variables. Perfect. What we're gonna do is spawn. Link loop. And this is only going to be a spawn, not a call. That'd be bad. Don't call something that has those sleeps in it. Okay, so it's going to spawn that. Now here's the save loop, which you might be able to actually wrap up. No, I don't want to do that. So we're going to take a look at the old system. Just like before. Here's the save loop. Well, this is definitely not good. So we're going to go ahead and go to the new one. Rank systems. We're going to just go ahead and create this function, save loop, SQF. Open that up. Go back to here. I'm going to redefine it here in this HTTP file as well. Supposed to be a call. This will be save loop. Look, so complicated, so creative, so smart. Look at that. All right. And then back in here, save loop. We already have all this set up. Now we just need to make it. Function for frequently saving the player's level / experience / stats. So looking at this is we do a whole bunch of annoying stuff we don't even need to do. So essentially I'm going to do while true do. We'll do it every 30 seconds as well, just to see how that feels. And I'll save it in profile namespace. So what it does is, first of all, I need to get the right variable, because the variable we're using is not this bg_info. I think it's just dis now. I'll just change it to the appropriate game mode would be helpful. And if I want to double check that, I can go back to ranking it. I can see, yep, here it is. So the way this saves it is it pulls your profile name. This is only for profiles. If you change your profile, it's gone. Sorry, that's just how it works. But as long as you keep your profile the same, it'll keep going. This is what everything it saves right here, which we don't need to save all that anymore. The way we do the saving, the way we pull the data, we have to keep this consistent or we're going to have problems. Here we go, right here. Bam. I'm just copying this over as ways to see what we need to do. So cache is always going to be 0. Experience is always going to be 1. Play duration is always going to be 2. Kill count is always going to be 3. Shots fired 4. And death is always going to be 5. Okay, if it's play duration equals play duration plus 30. We'll just do it right in there. Every time it saves, it's 30 seconds has passed. And saves it. That's all there is to it. Simple. Probably need to create a function for that. I probably just do it right in here. Whoops, right in here. Ah, I got it. No, I know what I'm doing. I don't know I can record. That's pretty cool. All right. We don't need this. Okay, here's this called save data in here. Which I don't think, this one is just straight up, it just saves their data right away, which we should probably make for other reasons, like you make some big changes. Oh, looks like I already did it. I have it in there already. There's no way I tweaked it right. Let's go and take a look. I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure. I don't remember doing that. Well, there we go. So that function would be for if I wanted to, make a big change and I want to save it immediately, make sure you don't lose any data. Then we can do that. Like what we can probably end up doing for like when you level up. Let's go into the rank loop here and force it to save, like right after you level. So it keeps your experience, just in case something happens. You don't have to re-level back up. Okay, so we're actually almost done with this for me to load it up and test it and debug it now. But there's a couple things I need to change, because there's a couple things that are dependent on this system, and some of them might be more of a pain in the ass than the others. But we're going to go back to the init. Very bottom here, I literally had stacked event handler for tracking people's levels. So if you're within 15 meters, they're not in a vehicle, it would try to pull their current level. And if it tries to pull the current level, and a picture, which I'm not doing pictures for it right now. I wonder if there's a way I can pull the picture of the squad. ArmA pull picture of squad. I've never tried this before, I don't know. I don't think that's something that... What's the squad parameters? That's kind of cool. But that's not what I want. Benchmark. Okay. Step. Those. Oh, this is the one thing. Okay. So I'm going to change this up. Because I'm not going to be using the pictures anymore, as much as I love them. Texture for icon 3D. So I'm going to take a look. There's somewhere. There's somewhere they had like a list of like textures. I'm just reading right now. This is kind of me just learning. This is usually how I learn. I just stumble upon random things. Okay, so A3 UIF data. Get puzzle world. What do I use for this? Model to what visible position A is. Okay, yeah. Let's take. So here's the image here to be drawing. And what I want to do, I'm thinking I want it to be like, okay, hold on. Let's look at the config. That's something I can get access to in the config. I don't have to create custom images right now. It's just what I don't want to be doing. So I'm kind of looking through here to see. Man, I should have got some water. I'm sure some of you people have done this 1,000 times or know exactly what I'm looking for, but I just have never. Okay. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's do something a little bit different. Hold on. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and unpack just the ArmA 3. Oh, that's kind of cool. This is a GUI. I don't want scripts. I want... Okay. That's kind of cool. These are files for the compass. It's not at all what I was looking for. Maybe. Should I see where they store like a lot of their little icons and things. Then I could just call them once I figure out they're located, then I can just kind of call them for that. There's quite a bit in this. Look at it go! I think I might have found it. I'm seeing some flags, some arrows in there. I think this might be it. Let's see, here's logos. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at all these fancy things. Bundle artwork. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Bundle icon. So this is for the DLC. GameWorks, Physics, Steam. I'm just kind of looking at some of these because I think they're cool. Alright. What's Shadow? Oh, ArmA 3 Shadow. Apex. So fancy. BI. This is like fancy intros one day. I should put that on there. Alright, let's see here. Config, the resources. Oh, okay. This is for the arsenal. This is good to know though, because I could use this and like, since these are already in the game, I could use them for anything. Arcade map. Oh, look at that. Editor fog, icon, merge, this is all for the... You could use that on the map. Okay. For prints to track people, there's all sorts of possibilities with these. Alright. Oops. What's that? Let me bring that back up. So I'm looking for is like some set of icons I can use to display along with it. Let's see. Dynamic groups. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Pending invitation. No. Minimap small. Oh, that is the or the GPS? Yeah. What is this? Is it a just DLC? Orbat. Oh, damn it. No. Not what I thought that would be. That's gonna be bad though. So maybe this might be an option. Display Intel. This is actually really useful. I'm just thinking what I could use these for. A lot of these are actually just really useful. I know this is the most fun thing right now, but just kind of seeing what they all have. This is one way I can have like for future. Group icon. Ah, here we are. Unit icon. Yeah, I like that one right there. We're going to do unit icon. So this is located... Oh god, and how do I actually fucking reference this thing? Can I just cheat with this? Can I just cheat? Because how do I figure where it's at? This graph. This is UI. I'm just gonna cheat, guys. I'm just gonna copy that. Okay, I'm just gonna cheat. What I'm gonna do is just put that right in the rank system. Folder right there. Copying. I'm stealing. I'm gonna get arrested. It's over. It's done. Theft. I will see you later when I'm out of prison. I am GUI config hints. I think this unit icon will be pretty good to have in there. So to display that as an image, and I want to change it later to something more complicated. I was thinking it'd be cool to have those icons. You saw the helicopter, the plane, the tank. At some point in time, to have that in the map as a commander ability, as you can see where all the players are on your side or something like that in your group, and exactly what vehicles they're in and where they're at and direction they're facing. So that might be cool. Alright, and then so what we need to do here though is change your current level. You need to get the variable to current level. So that means if we're doing this, we need to have it set up where the players, when that rank loop happens, when they level up, we need to have it go player, set variable, this level, current level, and then true, so people can get it. So I don't want to broadcast too much. It won't be that much information to send. It should just be just fine. And what I can do is come back now to the init. And the default level, if it doesn't exist, is going to be 0. Nothing about rank picture that I have to worry about. It'll display the rank. And is that it? I think that's it. So the next thing we need to worry about, the last and final thing, I think, before we do some testing, is that in the little iPad editor thing I have, which is going to be under tablet functions, my favorite and least favorite thing all at the same time, are literally going to be, we need to change when it shows the level. So I'm going to do a quick search real quick. Okay, there we are. Right here, rank. This needs to change, because this pulling a lot of information doesn't even exist anymore. It's going to produce a lot of errors. So the current level is going to be where's our save loop? Where's our rank loop? We want the rank loop. Those needs to be this current level. We don't have a rank name, we don't have a rank abbreviation anymore. Player experience is just always going to be experience. We don't need to grab variables anymore for it. Next rank. Okay. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Alright, let's take a look here. So, the next rank. So, okay. Fine. You win the private. Next rank equals, you can hear me just complaining about myself here. I'm setting this up so we'll always know what the next level is. Okay, so now in tablets, the next rank is going to be that. And just to remind ourselves in this function, I like to just have as much information as possible for myself. What the next rank is, it looks like something like that. So the next rank XP would be next rank select 1. Accuracy we don't track anymore. Your shots fired are going to be simply shots fired. Shots fired. Shots hit, headshots, we don't track that. Your play duration is going to be, of course, your play duration variable. We're not going to, it's not a get variable anymore. It's just going to be simply bam, and that's in minutes. Damage dealt, damage received, we no longer track. Your kills, however we do. So we kill count. Okay. Your deaths we do track. So this for deaths. Your assisted, that's not something we track anymore. Vehicle kills we don't track right now. My shots. Okay. So we have to go through here now. The name is %1, which is the name of the player. Rank abbreviation, which doesn't exist anymore. So we gotta get rid of that. So just name, rank, which is going to be your current level. your XP, which will just straight up be your experience. So player experience. So this will be 1, 2, 3. Excuse me, 3. Your next rank at, it's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the only one that, by the way, doesn't start at 0, in case you're doing this, which is very annoying. This normally was like, oh, this is 0 when you're doing this kind of stuff. No, this is 1. This is just 1. Why? Because it's ArmA. So next rank at, okay, statistics. Shots fired. Shots missed. Shots hit. We're going to track these two. We're going to track the shots fired. We will track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Headshots we no longer track. Accuracy is not tracked. These are no longer tracked. Shots fired. That's hydration. Okay. So player kills is the next one. Unit kills here, which is gonna be should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be at 7. These two are not tracked. Your deaths is going to be at 8, or roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Time played is now, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6. There we go. Okay. And this is where I can edit the version number. I haven't changed this. This is where I'll put like update stuff. Like I can come in here and be like, let's see, whoops. Update version 0.1 still, forever. Okay, completely new rank system, and this will be more serious later when I'm going to test that it works. Okay, so let's see what errors we get when we save. I'll try to load her up. There's got to be some. I had to forget some. Oh, I already just remembered. We need to change. Alright, well, we're getting an error right now. Let's go ahead and address this first. So it says script functions rank system dis underscore rank init. Rank init not found. Whoa, what did I do here? There's the problem. That's weird. And this also, I just realized, is all fucked up. So fix that problem. So now actually will load. So we're going to go to functions, and we're at an hour right now. Jeez. Okay, rank init. Because it was just rank init, so this just needs to be, it is func rank init, like that. And there we go, is the correct one. And the init, at the very top, right? Wait, what is this? Okay, at the very top, we need to change this to call rank init. Rank init. Okay. Now this error should be fixed as well. Save. Play, multiplayer. Let's see what error message we get. If it launches, that's good. That's a good improvement. Okay, we got an error message here. So I immediately Alt-Tab, and just take them as I see them. Init to SQF line 201. Looks like I'm just missing a simple semicolon. Of course I am. This is what happens when you rush. Okay, so that means we're just going to back out, back out. We're going to give it a second, hit save, play. And I always do play multiplayer. I don't know why other people do this differently. This is just how I started learning. Games will run differently in multiplayer than single player. Commands will act differently. And then when someone joins you, it even acts differently. It's just, you know, the best way to test things on a dedicated server. But I'm just trying to see if the basics work first, and then I can worry about dedicated server second. Because I have one, I just haven't used it in a little bit. Okay, well, it looks like it is starting. The commander is active. Now, I'm looking for a message. If you remember in the save loop here. What? The rank loop is supposed to be getting the system chat current level A thing. But also, oh, here we go. Okay, what did I do wrong? We're going to take a look at the rank in nets. Save loop doesn't exist. It's this. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we're getting some errors. This error right here. Looks like this is obviously with this little dude that's supposed to be showing above our head. Rank equals current level select 0. There is no select 0 in here. It's just current level. Okay. These little mistakes that I do, I think that's what kind of differentiates between the big guys. Big coder dudes are really good, and kind of hobbyists like me, I'm rushing through to get done. I've been doing this for an hour, hour and 12 minutes now, which isn't that terribly long. But it's also not my favorite thing to be doing right now. I want to get back into coding AI. That's where I'll have a lot of fun coding the commanders again to be giant dicks to you. Or to each other. That's going to be great. Okay. So the mission is starting now. Okay. I'm going to spawn in. I'm getting an error message on the top there, so I'm going to Alt-Tab. Rank loop. Line 15. Stating unidentified variable and expression current level underscore I. So the reason for this is a mistake I made here. So in the exit with, I make these private, and so they're only local to this right here. So what we have to do is up here do private. Hold on. Yeah, up here, since they will always be trying to make sure they will always be defined. So I have to make them define up here as just empty, just as something. So they're local for the whole function. I can't load that texture for some reason. What about that in a minute? Okay, so we can load that texture. And I wonder if I did the pathing wrong somehow. Functions, rank system. I don't think so. Yeah, I mean... Oh. That's right. So... Okay. That's right. This system was a huge pain in the ass. I remember this problem before. The way this command works, like, I'm looking at a different version of it real quick. I always have a backup of older versions. When shit like this happens and I forget what I do to fix it. Where did I put it? You have to do this weird image directory. Oh, hold on. This weird mission root thing with it. And so, for example, I have to grab this mission root, which, did I still have that in there? I do have it right here still. Okay. And then I have to take the texture ID is actually going to be that plus the image. That's so strange. Okay, so this is what it has to be. I totally forgot about this. You gotta have the mission root in there, which is this command up here to do this correctly. I don't know why. I remember someone said, "Oh yeah, that's what to do," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll just do it." Something to do with the way the command just works. Okay, I'm actually gonna get rid of this other one for right now. I'm going to hit continue. Okay, alright. I'm in. You can see the arrows above my head. Seems oddly off-centered. Really tiny, so I'm going to make it bigger. But it's there. You can see it's working now. It just tells me rank. You know, I don't want to be too big. And it's not really for using above other people, so to make it, I think it's slightly larger would be warranted. I'm rank 0. Oh, that's weird. Look at this. It's not showing up properly. Let's see if I can equip. None of this is working. Uh oh. Oh, that's interesting. Something happened and this is not working anymore. Uh-oh. So that, I don't know if that's due to an update or something we just did. So I'm going to take a look at tablet functions here. See, maybe I messed something up under the rank here. This is the last thing I touched, right? And I'm not seeing anything obvious. Wait, what's this? I'm not seeing anything obvious. I wonder if an update happened, changed the way something worked, or semicolon. It's me. 99% of the time it's you. Okay. I'm gonna try to reload it one more time. And I'm going to... Is this the size? I don't... How does this go again? You have the... So you have the texture, the color, position, width, and height. So let's change this to 2. And on the text size. Font and text size. We're going to change the text size to 6. Double it. And play. And after maybe I go get some kills, confirm that it's working. maybe enough to level up once. I'm definitely going to take a break off of this. This video is already an hour and 20 minutes. It'll be a nice upload. I'm going to continue to work on things like this. I want to get Dissension done. I want to get this going. I want to be able to sit down and just play it. So you can see who's ever survived this whole time. That's impressive and amazing, to me at least. This is largely a lot of the reason why I don't record a lot of what I could, because I don't feel like it's that really exciting at all. Okay, so we're gonna give it a second. There it is. This feels almost that's a little too big now. Okay, maybe a little happy medium in between. That's fine. Yeah, let's see if this works. Oh, okay, we got an error here. Oh wait, that's fine because that's a different error I need to fix. But picture 3.5 not found. Oh no. Oh no, that means that this is all jacked up. Good thing that doesn't matter too much. So that what that means is under the tablet functions here. This is just all messed up. For name, rank. I think this is all just jacked. Which we will 6 fix. So this one's require me to sit down and take a longer look at it. Which is definitely easily possible. See, here's my text in here. Okay, I have $3,000. I'm too far from the barracks. Let's go ahead and cheat. Players, set pause. Pause. Let's upload this next to this AI group. I'm going to purchase. Load. You know what? I'm gonna use off-road gun. I think that's fine. Okay. And we're gonna go to here. There should be a camp around here somewhere. Okay, they're spawning in. There's typically a camp that will spawn in. Okay. We're going to continue our cheating ways. There they are. So they're south of me. Oops, south. Oh, there's the tent right there. Okay. Oh, I see you. And what is the stamina? So I got one kill there. Now I'm not noticing any text popping up, so I'm gonna have to debug that. So what we need to test now is, did I get any money? And so what we need to do is hint format this cache. Is that what I use? So we're gonna go to choose to experience. I'm at 1. So killing him gave me nothing. So it looks like I'm going to need to work on the kill the event handler. Doesn't seem to be working. It's not executing properly, which is a fix I will save for the next video. Before we're done here though, since we got most of it error free and there's some bugs we need to stomp out, I'm going to test something real quick. Okay. Remember that force command? Add force. I'm just gonna go ahead and see what happens if I. Oh, look at that! Oh, there it goes. Oh! Whoa! No, come back! What? There you are. That is a neat command. So what happens if I do player add force? No, come on! You still can't forcefully knock people over. Man, I was hoping they could knock people over with this command, but you can't. Alright. Force applied as impulse. For more information, see in the video docs. Well, alright. So we're going to go ahead and call it there. You see that the game is still functioning like normal. We have these AI engaging with our group, which is beautiful. We're seeing explosions already. This is great. Oh, hello. So, you're right. This is doing good. Alright, guys. Thanks, everyone, so much for watching. This has been Genesis, and I will see you next time.